President Obama officially announced what had already been announced. It had already been leaked to the newspapers that Kathleen Sebelius, the Health and Human Services Secretary, is indeed resigning. She resigned officially as of this morning, and she had a speech for her exit in the White House Rose Garden. And she thanked the members of the Obama administration, and then, oops, something happened during her speech.
Stories are so heartening about finally feeling secure and knowing they can take care of themselves and their families. Unfortunately, a page is missing. So I'm just grateful for having had this wonderful opportunity. The president was in Austin yesterday at the LBJ Library commemorating 50 years in the civil rights efforts led by Lyndon Johnson.
Yes, okay. And, when she turned that thing and she said, oh, there's a page missing, and now you know why I'm being fired. I can't even manage the pages in my resignation
Another
speech,
glitch.
for fuck's sake. Here I am, and I'm drawing more attention to my incompetence. Hey, forget about that website. Oh, wait, we're incompetent again. And, Rachel Maddow did a thing last night. She's upset about this, and she's saying that since the rollout was such a success, which it was, right? So it finally started off with the big glitches and everything was horrible, horrible, horrible. Finally, we get a news cycle where it's a success for Obamacare. Over 7 million people signed up, everybody's happy, and they immediately fire Kathleen Sebelius, and to make now the story is about her and her incompetence instead of about the victory of Obamacare. And again, the Democrats snatch defeat from the jaws of victory.
It is really odd timing. I don't understand. I mean, Obamacare has had the best week, basically, the best 10 days or so that it's had since literally before it was passed, with the numbers, the 7 million and then the 9.3. I mean, so to do this, whether they actually fired her and forced her out or whether she decided, how did they not convince her? Let's say she's being honest and she did step down. How did they not convince her? Hang around for another month. We're on a pretty good run right now, so could you just hold on? I just don't get it.
I think it's a Glenn Beck, Shirley Sherrod situation where they were afraid that they were going to run against her in the midterms, right? They're going to make Kathleen Sebelius and the website the issue and how bad that was.
So then why not fire her in October?
Well,
Yeah, why not wait a little longer?
I guess so they can get out in front of it and run in the summer. I mean, I'm just trying to think of reasons why they did something dumb again. And that would be, I think it's the Glenn Beck thing. They were afraid that people are going to make her the issue and they want to take that issue away from them. But what they actually did was step on their own fucking positive news story and hand it right back to them because they are incompetent. They couldn't even have. Okay, let's go.
Look how much paper we have here. Our stuff's in order.
Yes.
And yours is spread out.
Jimmy's all over the place, but you know what's going on here, don't you?
I know where everything is.
Now, what I thought was interesting about this was that if you notice, remember on the deadline day, March 31st, when Obama came out and he had Biden next to him going, that Sebelius was not available, not around that day. She was not included in the victory speech of look how good this is.
See?
And then shortly after that, she went on, and I think Rachel had that on as well, an interview with HuffPost Live where they asked her explicitly, are you sticking around? And she said, yeah, I'll be here, essentially.
Yes,
and that was just a week ago. So it seems like this must be a new thing. So either she could not wait to get out of there or they could not wait to get rid of her.
Yeah.
And you could say that it's incompetence, but on the other hand, remember there were all the calls for her to resign after the website failure. The website rollout failed so badly that if they had given up the scalp then that would have also have been really stupid. So they waited until after the victory speech and then they booted her.
It could be stupid now or stupid later.
You know what's nice about this, though? She'll finally have time to make that coat out of 101 Dalmatians that she's been waiting to do.
Oh, by the way, no.
She looks like Cruella de Vil, guys. Come on. Somebody, we got an image somewhere. I'll tweet something.
Can you put up that video of her without the sound, Jesus, and let's see. You gotta know you're in public, and you gotta know that wearing your glasses like that. Like, why don't you just put on an old maid's costume or something? Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you, who else does? Carl Levin does that.
Carl Levin does it.
The senator from Michigan, he walks around with his glasses like this, and it's just like,
it makes it look like you're looking down on people. I mean, it figuratively.
It makes you look like I want to look 20 years older and more grouchy. I want to look like Mr. Potter.
So what is it? She needs bifocals? Is that what's going on here?
She
I don't
probably
wear
looks like-
glasses.
She looks like she needs bifocals.
Yeah, so she
and
wears she needs reading glasses or what have you. So they,
it didn't help her when her page from her speech was gone, but you know, she can't make that out of nowhere.
Ah, there you go. Look
There
at that.
we go.
Huh?
See? You
Very
see?
nice.
There
She is
is.
going to make a coat out of dogs. God bless her.
I don't want to, you know what I
Thank you
don't.
guys.
And I don't like to make, the appearance of anybody the issue, right? I don't want to make her appearance. I mean, she's an attractive woman. She has a smart haircut I enjoy. I just don't understand. She's making a conscious fucking decision to do that. She has aides all around her. Do you have anyone who likes you? Does anyone like you? Because if they did, they would tell you, what the fuck are you doing with your fucking glasses? Stop doing that. It makes you look repulsive. All right, that's enough.
Yeah, she's not the most effective spokesperson, shall we say.
Oh my God.
But now she did do some good things. You know, there was a little bit more that I think is not being included in what Sebelius did manage to get done. She is credited with the Medicare expansion in Republican states. Of the few Republican governors that have allowed the Medicaid expansion in their states, she's the one that's credited with going to visit them personally and talking them into it and being flexible and finding ways that each individual Republican governor could find a way to manage to bring in the Medicaid expansion without getting completely vilified by his base.
Yeah.
So, you know, for that I think she deserves some sort of credit, but she is not the most effective spokesperson.
Yeah, I think
To say
sadly,
the
while
least.
she does deserve some credit for that, obviously, I think in the world we live in, unfortunately, most of my memories, at least of her,
Negative.
15 years from now, are going to be her sitting in front of all the committees, babbling on about this and that, and why didn't the website, all that stuff.
Well, that was a
then is a
thankless job,
culmination of, I can't find my paper. You know, like that's, I think, going to be her legacy will be more of that. But had they spun it right, like you see what he's doing with his glasses now, it's very condescending.
I don't know, Jimmy, you look kind of cute to me.
You used to be so cocky. You once told me I was nothing more than a warped, frustrated old man. Well, look at you. What are you? Nothing but a warped, frustrated young man. Now I'm calling the bank examiner and swear out a warrant for your arrest.
And for those of you who don't catch that reference, that's Mr. Potter from It's a Wonderful Life.